Welcome to Hour 2 of the Midwest #1 weekly motorsports show, Track Talk, on the RacinBoys Broadcasting Network. Brought to you by McCarthy Chevrolet. Once again, here's Scott Traylor and Kirk Elliott.
Welcome back, everyone, to hour number 2 here on RacinBoys Broadcasting Network. It's RacinBoys Radio, Track Talk. I'm Scott. He's Kirk. And hour number 2, like hour number 1, is brought to you by McCarthy Chevrolet. And, folks, get out there right now. They've got over 130 Silverados available. And they've got, don't forget, the $10,000 price guarantee. Folks, I have a new neighbor in my apartment complex. And I was talking to Jordan the other day, and he said, dude, I went out to this, and I won't name the other brand of dealership, and I'm looking at this Chevrolet truck. What do you think? I said, are you kidding me? Are you serious? You're going to pay more if you go anywhere but McCarthy Chevrolet. He says, how do you know that? How do I know that? Listen in every Saturday morning. We'll tell you. If they don't match that price or beat the bona fide deal, a legitimate deal from any regional Chevrolet dealership, they're going to give you $10,000. I don't think they're in the business of giving $10,000 away. I just don't think that that's something that's in Brian Schaefer's plans to just shell out $10,000 to whoever can beat the price. It can't be done, folks. So just go to McCarthy Chevrolet, and if you want to see what the inventory of cars, just go to McCarthyChevrolet.com. The website, it looks like they've refreshened it up. You can go and look at new and used vehicles. You can chat with Lauren if you want. There's all kinds of great deals if you want to check out on financing or their service or their collision center. They like to think that their collision center is just as good as any professional body shop in the city. So there's really a one-stop shop, and that's McCarthy Chevrolet out in Olathe, just off Santa Fe and I-35. And as I always say, when you go out there, make sure you tell them thanks for supporting the RacinBoys, because if they weren't with us, we might not be here. So, again, thanks, Brian Schaefer and McCarthy Chevrolet, for being great sponsors of ours.
They are the best, no doubt about it.
All right, Kirk, should we go right into some interview, right?
Yeah, Joe Boyles has started a new Midget Series.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, we're talking about midgets all weekend long with everything went on at Valley Speedway and Lucas Oil Speedway tonight. Joe Boyles is a veteran midget racer. And he's delving into some new areas now. Starting his own series.
Joe's joining us now on the show. Joe, have you bumped your head lately, or have you had an accident where you've hit your melon on something because you're getting into the promoting game, my friend?
Well, there's a good possibility of that. I don't recall, but something's happened.
I think you flipped your butt off somewhere in that midget of yours somewhere, and you dinged your head a little bit, because you and I both are in this promoting game now, and that is something that you're pretty passionate about. Let's talk about this Midget Series and what you're trying to do with it, and tell everybody about the name and what you guys are doing. You're racing tonight at Sweet Springs.
Yeah, we'll be out at Sweet Springs Motorsports Complex tonight. It'll be our first race for the season, and we're looking forward to that. Sweet Springs is a great track for midgets. It's a 6 mile. It's got a nice banking to it, little clay oval down there, but it'll be an awesome show. Kind of what happened to us, there was a Midget Series here in the Midwest, and my friend, he decided to retire, so there's a lot of midgets sitting around in people's garages, and they were talking about selling them. They couldn't find some place to race them, so I got the idea to start up a Midget Series somehow, just so we'd have a place to race, and happened to still have one myself, so I thought, I'm not ready to roll over and die just yet, but I think I'm going to have myself so busy with this series that it's going to be questionable whether I get to race now or not, so I don't know. Kind of maybe shot myself in the foot there.
Right. Well, let me ask you, first of all, what area are you concentrating on racing in? Just around here in the Missouri, Kansas state line area, central Missouri area? How far are you wanting to reach out with the series?
Well, right now we have an 11-race schedule, 4 different tracks. We'll be racing up at Atchison County Raceway, and then we'll go over to Dallas County Speedway and run there at Urbana on a Friday night. We do have a special show down at Springfield Raceway.
Dallas County, did they open back up? Weren't they closed last year?
They did shut down, but, actually, Scott, they just had some practices up there on a Saturday. They invited a bunch of people to come up and practice once they got their track graded out and groomed and all that. But he's worked hard this spring. He's put up a bunch of bleachers, and he's got his lights up, and it's a beautiful facility. He sends me pictures of it all the time. But they got it up and running, and they're actually going to run some sprint cars and stuff up there, too. So we're looking forward to going up there, and it's a small track. It's a quarter mile, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And,
yeah, it's a little bitty
lot
thing.
of good action up there.
Yeah. All right. So go ahead. You were at Dallas County, and then where are you going?
Yeah, we'll be down at Double X Speedway, down in California, and that's always a good show. So we kind of got started late, dreamed this whole thing up in January, so a lot of the schedules were already out. But we're going to end up with 13, 14 races this season, which is enough to kind of get ourselves going. We're looking forward to lining up some good stuff for next year. But we'll be out at Sweet Springs Motorsports Complex on the first Saturday of each month. And we wanted to do it on the first Saturday of each month so people wouldn't have to go find a schedule or whatever. They know if it's the first Saturday of the month, they can go watch some midgets out at Sweet Springs.
Right. Well, that sounds good. And again, the name of the series is?
It's American Midget Series. AMS is what we call it. And we have a website, AmericanMidgetSeries.com. So we want to invite everybody to get on there and take a look at our schedule. And we've got a lot of information about the cars and the drivers on there. And look forward to having them out to watch us run.
Well, and we've got obviously there's a couple other midget series. We've got USAC and the Lucas Oil Power Midget Series. And it would seem to me that you would really, when you're putting your schedule together, kind of look at theirs and then maybe kind of pick in between when some of the off nights for them, like, with us in the ASCS National Tour. When we're not out on the National Tour, those guys dip in and run some of the regional stuff. If you can do some creative scheduling, you might be able to pull in some of those big names too, right?
Right. And it was purely accidental that we got up against Power this weekend. And I know a lot of people, or some of the drivers will be going down to Wheatland this weekend. But for our first night at Sweet Springs getting opened up, I'm expecting somewhere around 13, 18 cars, and on a 6-mile track.
That's probably enough.
18 cars is plenty.
Yeah.
For a nice feature, I think. And we'll have a good field of cars. I got 32 cars that want to come and race with us.
That's a heck of a number, Joe.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, you can't get everybody to come at the same time. So I figure if I can get a little better than half of them to come, then we'll have a really nice show.
Sponsorships, contingencies, that sort of thing. You've been able to gather up those kinds of deals to entice the racers to come race with you?
Yeah, I've been working on that. That's kind of a new area for me. But David Goodson down at Impact Signs, he's been a great guy to help us out with a bunch of our signage and stuff. And we really appreciate him for that. And we're working on a couple of different avenues and have kind of some race night promotional stuff. So if there's any interest out there, we'd sure entertain the thought of even about that. But we're just kind of getting our feet wet and getting off the ground this year. And kind of here in a few months, we'll be looking forward to setting up some stuff for next year.
Now that you have control of a midget series, you're a veteran midget racer for many, many years. What are some of the things you want to do differently now that other midget series, USAC, Power Eye, some of the other midget series have not done?
Well, I want us to be a professional group, and the tracks, when you come and race at their tracks, they want you to run your show in a timely manner. So it's important that we keep our show moving. The fans, they don't want to sit there and watch, 15, 20 minutes of trying to get everything reorganized and stuff. So we'll try to be quick about getting ourselves going. And for us, it's a lot of it is just normal people like myself, maybe blue-collar racers, if you will. And we want to get our cars out and have a good time and do some racing. And some of the other series is pretty tough. When you go to them, it's a lot of work. You better have your ducks in a row and run hard, where we're going to be just a little bit more laid back with our series. And we'll put all of our effort out once we get onto the track.
Well, Joe, it sounds like you got all your ducks in a row. And, again, if people want to find out what's going on with AMS, American Midget Series, they can do that at AmericanMidgetSeries.com. And, man, good luck to you. I know this is it takes a lot of added work, and a person's got to give up some of their personal time to do something like this. That I don't think really people realize the effort it takes to promote races, especially when you're doing 13 or 14 of them. I applaud you for doing that, and I really wish you the best, my friend.
Well, I appreciate that, and I appreciate you guys taking a minute to visit with us. And it's been a lot of fun, and it's coming together really nicely. But doing it for the fans. I enjoy watching the midgets run and all dirt oval racing. But I want to invite everybody to come out and watch us, and we'll have lots of kids and people in the so it'll be a real family-oriented type thing. So we want to invite everybody to come out and have a good time with us.
Hey, Joe, just a reminder, Sweet Spring's not that far from Kansas City.
No.
What time's everything get going tonight? How do they get there if they've never been to Sweet Springs?
Okay, it's about 3 minutes to Blue Springs on us.
We're losing you,
real
Joe.
Reasonable, $7 for adults, $5 for kids. Pit passes are $15, and so it's real cost effective. And just come out and have a good time. But about 45 minutes, I guess, is what it is. East Blue Springs.
Yeah, not far past the Highway 13 exit. I think it's an exit or two past where you would got off to go to Warrensburg, if I'm not mistaken. Right.
Kind of hit Higginsville down there, and then Concordia, and then Sweet Springs is just right after that. But just exit off and go to the left. It's about an eighth mile to the north of I-70. So once you get down there to Sweet Springs exit, you're there.
Yeah, that track's not hard to find once you go north there, and that's a racy track, folks.
A little bull ring, it'll be good. You put 13,
track.
14 midgets on that, you're going to get a show. I promise you there. All right.
Yeah, and Kurt, I'll tell you, they got 6 classes of micro sprint cars down there, and if you've never seen them run, you talk about some hard, close racing. They're a wonderful show. Just come down there and watch them.
Believe me, Kirk and I got our fill of micro racing at the shootout this year.
It was fun. I loved it.
No, I'm not saying that.
Yeah, how close those guys run,
Yeah.
So, it's good, hard racing.
Yeah, how's that boy of yours doing? What's he going to race?
He's going to be, we haven't decided yet. We're going to have a little practice session tonight, and he's going to run his micro for sure tonight. He likes the non-wing class, and we're going to let him practice the midget. He was able to run his grandfather's midget down at the Chili Bowl this year, and that was his first laps in a midget. So we're going to let him try Dad's car out and see what he thinks about that. And Dad will kind of watch him, and we'll make a decision on what we're going to do. Who'll be in the seat a little later on.
Hey, he's going to run the Outlaw non-wing. Is that what you said?
In his micro.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
good.
And, he's been doing a great job. He's got a couple years in on that, but he likes those midgets. He thinks he's pretty comfortable in there, so we'll see how he does here in a little while. But looking forward to watching him do that.
I think Grandpa's got some plans for your boy there.
How old is your son?
16. 16.
Yeah, he's 16.
How about that?
Right.
Yeah.
Good deal.
He's just kind of getting started, and he does a nice job. And then he's got a nephew that, or his cousin, my nephew, he races down there too. So it's
family affair.
It's been a family-oriented deal for me, and my whole family races and stuff. So it's just a good time. But I want to thank you guys for giving us a minute, and sure like for everybody to come out and check us out. We'll have a good time.
Shoot us the results when it's over, will you, Joe?
Hey, we'll do it.
You bet.
All right, Joe.
Much.
Thanks.
Okay. Hey, appreciate you guys.
All right. Joe Boyles, a midget driver, veteran midget driver, who has actually ran in the top 5 of the Chili Bowl Nationals. So not just your average midget driver, guy that's made, I think he's probably made the A-Main 2 or 3 times, probably down there at the Chili Bowl.
Yeah.
And does it with a very small budget.